The FDA publicly reversed a key piece of evidence on the Taylor Farms outbreak. Saturday, they found the positive sample, and then on Sunday, the FDA said, just kidding, that was a false positive. And then, according to Taylor Farms, issued an apology. Why does it feel like there's something more going on here? A few things to consider. The Trump administration gutted the FDA last year and cut 3,500 jobs, which is 20% of their workforce. Taylor Farms and its political group has donated about $4 million to Republican and Trump-aligned groups. This includes a $1 million donation to a pro-Trump group that landed about 6 days after the FDA decided to delay a rule that would have made this outbreak way easier and faster to trace at the exact time that it was needed. Taylor Farms also spent about $380,000 on food safety lobbying in the same period. The really important part is that the FDA also said this doesn't change the basis of our investigation, which means that they're still tracing the outbreak to the shredded lettuce from Taylor Farms. When health officials investigate an outbreak, they do three things. They ask sick people what they ate, they trace that food back through the supply chain, and then they test the food itself in a lab. The lab test is actually the weakest of all three. By the time people get sick and officials start investigating, the food is usually gone. It's either consumed or thrown out. And contamination doesn't spread evenly across food samples. It appears in patches usually, which means that one clean test in and of itself doesn't even mean that that batch wasn't contaminated. This is why the FDA leans on interviews and tracebacks first and treats the lab samples as confirmation, not as a foundation. 9 out of 10 people who were interviewed and got sick ate this shredded lettuce. None of this proves anyone made a deal, but put all together, an agency with fewer resources, a company with real money tied to the agency in charge of overseeing it, a rule that could have made this exact outbreak way faster and easier to trace. If this is a coincidence, it's one hell of a coincidence.